I can't recommend this game enough. I loved beat 'em ups as I was growing up, but stopped playing them for some reason for a long time. Last couple years tried few newer ones like Streets of Rage, Earth's Dawn, Dragon's Crown and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but nothing made such an impact as Midnight Fight Express. This game is as badass as 90s action movies and offers unapologetic fun to extreme extent with incredible gameplay diversity and second to none soundtrack. Game has meaningful and half-decent story for the type of game that it is. Basically, Joan wakes us up while City is having worst couple of days in history and immediately our character goes on the offensive. No questions asked, as first couple heads burst under our feet. Babyface, our character, is someone that used to work for a powerful person that is behind these riots that are turning the city upside down. Couple interesting revelations are gonna be made over the course of 40 levels, not to mention obvious message how cities are run through power and corruption, which is definitely true to some extent. Game touches also possible dystopian future that is at the doorstep in our lives and the game, which I agree with, and how one well-planned event can lead to major differences in our lives under false pretenses. Remember the pandemic, for example? Game is structured in a way that first time level playthrough is story oriented. Through menus, each mission can be replayed with added challenges after first completion. By reaching each threshold in challenge progression, new rewards are unlocked. I missed this so much. Proper aesthetic unlocks that can change drastically how character looks like. Remember the 90s and early 2000s when this was possible and it wasn't part of paid DLC? Not only can we change whatever about our character, we can also use boss and enemy skins to actually play as completely different characters, if only aesthetically. Devs and publishers, sincere thank you for bringing good old gaming days to this nostalgic bastard. Granted, some aesthetical rewards are a bit meh, which is mostly connected to graphical style from widely beloved Unity engine, but lots of them are going to make you put extra effort in to get that one apparel, boss or enemy skin. They even have Tyler Durden skin from Fight Club, and I love it. Challenges are quite diverse because almost each level adds unique things, be it new enemy type, new danger zones and new situations. Challenges vary from making helicopter snipe certain number of enemies, making bosses kill certain number of mobs with friendly fire, throw enemies into instant death, reach S rank and many more. Most stages are interesting and diverse, but couple of them are those unnecessary filler levels where player drives something and needs to shoot chasers down. Such levels don't add anything and take away from whole experience, but thankfully there are only few of them. Everything else is so well done, from bathrooms, nightclubs, sewers to rooftops, hotels, biker bars and whatnot. Brilliant how they managed to incorporate so many simple and realistic locations where mayhem occurs, with almost each level being entirely different location. At these locations we can utilize many things such as walls for quick finishers, throwable objects, melee weapons and environmental hazards. And then the music, holy crap is it good. Granted, music is subjective, but pure electro-industrial or whatever this is fits so well, it is going to keep your blood pumping the whole time, while bringing satisfaction and hype to skull bashing. Perfect fit in my opinion. Don't recall if every level has unique tune, but I wouldn't be surprised. Now to talk combat. It is insane. Fun, challenging and with stupid amount of diversity. I don't recall playing a game that has this amount of different enemies, even if some are just variants of others. But each new edition brings different dynamic to combat and they just keep coming in every level. Animations are fantastic and there are plenty moves that can be performed with different button inputs. Only unfortunate thing is that finishers and side gun have same button input, but it doesn't get in the way too often. Grab and clinch moves, parries, different attack combos, melee weapons, throwing objects, kicking objects at enemies, side weapon, ranged weapons, rope gun and bunch of other unlockable moves that have different animations and effects with different button inputs. Combat is so dynamic that I can't think of any game lately being this much fun. It flows in best way possible and skill is rewarded through use of different finishers, which fills up Rage Super Mode faster. So many different enemy types, weapons, finishers and melee animations are gonna keep you coming back for more and more and more. I've finished the game on hard and it is difficult, at times really difficult. One of few issues I have with the game is very unbalanced difficulty. It is also connected to use of ranged weapons. Don't get me wrong, I like the gunplay as it adds whole other layer of diverse gameplay, but damage received is quite high as it should be, but it kills flow and dynamic a bit due to all the fast deaths. Feel like game would be better if there were no guns at all, but then we would lose quite a bit gameplay wise. Don't really know what I would prefer because in the end guns add so much different action type that can hype players even more. Maybe less armed enemies would be the solution. Got couple more complaints like grappling not being that efficient, especially as they leave you open to getting hit due to some attacks ignoring invulnerability window, and animations having tendency to not play out as they should quite a bit, but due to fast and dynamic action it isn't as noticeable. There is also no co-op, but the developer said it might get included later. I don't know what to tell you anymore but to get the game and enjoy. Never had as much fun with brawler beat 'em up game in my life. High adrenaline fueled diverse gameplay that is on another level. Easy 8 out of 10, which means great game in my book with potential of 9 if game gets that extra layer of polish through better balancing, grappling being more efficient and less broken animations. Not typical game I cover on the channel, but had to share my thoughts on this wonderful product. Thanks for watching, and if you want to help the channel further, check out the description for Patreon and Subscribestar links.